Good, happy Saturday evening, April 18, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Saturday evening edition of Good Evening, New Hampshire. I hope you can all join us this evening for Good Evening, New Hampshire. We have a little bit of everything for you in this program, so let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with the news. We're going to start with local news. First up, one additional death linked to COVID-19 reported in New Hampshire Saturday. Death now total 38. Officials with the Department of Health and Human Services announced 56 new positive tests. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
These are truly challenging times, but New Hampshire companies are here and open for business.
Mid-State's healthcare team has been your trusted community healthcare partner for more than 20 years. Now, more than ever, we promise to be here for you, your family, and the entire community. Visit us online to learn more.
We're stronger when we stand together. Help keep New Hampshire businesses and our communities strong.
New Hampshire is seeing 56 new cases of the coronavirus, plus one additional COVID-19 death. That brings the total now to 1,342 cases of COVID-19 here in the Granite State. 38 people have died, 513 have now recovered.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. COVID-19 in New Hampshire, what you need to know. Let's take a look at those numbers. There are 1,287 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 684,920 number of people in the United States who have tested positive. 37 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 190 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire, and 34,614 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. This map of New Hampshire shows you where the cases of COVID-19 are in New Hampshire, in the cities and towns. Nashua, 117 cases of COVID-19. This chart/graph shows you new cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalizations. And in the red are the deaths. Your common symptoms: fever, cough, and difficult breathing. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into national news. In national news, more testing needed before states implement Trump's reopening guidance, experts say. While the White House on Friday insisted that the United States has the testing capacity to begin reopening the economy in certain states, under the administration new guidelines, some public health experts warned that the country still lacks adequate testing to track and contain the potential coronavirus. Vice President Mike Pence and the administration's top health officials said the United States has conducted roughly 3.7 million diagnosed tests, roughly 120,000 a day, and argued that the U.S. has the infrastructure to improve testing capacities. Coronavirus updates around the world. Italy daily death toll lowest it's nearly a month. The cases in the U.S. have topped 700,000. More than 2.2 million people have been diagnosed with the novel coronavirus worldwide as the spread of the virus continues. The global coronavirus death toll stands at more than 154,000 according to data compiled by the Center for System Science and Engineering at Johns Hopkins University. The actual numbers, however, are believed to be much higher. Many cities and states have begun counting probable deaths caused by COVID-19, including in New York City, the epicenter of the disease in the United States. The U.S. has more cases and deaths than any other country in the world, with at least 715,000 and 37,065, respectively. Today's biggest developments: U.S. cases surpassed 700,000. Illinois' food plant to close after outbreak. New Jersey reports 1,530 deaths at long-term care facilities. And total deaths in Massachusetts exceed 1,500. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into weather. Your weather right now is cloudy, 39 degrees. Your weather for tonight: rain showers early with clear skies overnight. Low near 30 degrees. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain 40%. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into New Hampshire Life segment. In tonight's New Hampshire Life segment, Hampton restaurant takes dollar bills off walls and donates them to employees. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
In this life, there are only so many things you can count on. The sun rising every day is one of them. In 1 second, the sun generates more energy than has been used in all of mankind's history. Reliable, powerful, valuable. Granite State Solar, helping New England capture the power since 2008.
Well, if you've ever been inside the GOAT here on L Street in Hampton, you'll know it's covered floor to ceiling in dollar bills put up by customers. It's become quite the tradition since the restaurant opened 6 years ago. The restaurant is now taking down all those bills and will donate the proceeds to its staff. Many of them are now furloughed because of the situation involving COVID-19. The GOAT's manager says he was sitting at the bar one day trying to figure out how he could help his team and looked up at a cluster of bills on the ceiling, and that's when it clicked. The restaurant has taken down about 60% of the bills so far. The money is brought to a local bank where it will be counted and then distributed to staff.
It's never really an opportunity to take the money down and, use it for anything. But this was, an opportunity to take it down and do some good for people that we care about, people that work for us. And we knew that, our customers care about our employees too.
And the GOAT is also running a contest on its Facebook page so customers can get in on the fun. The person that guesses the closest amount of bills that were taken down off the walls will win free burgers and specialty fraps for a year. Reporting in Hampton, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's see what's on TV tonight. Tonight at 8 p.m. on NECN on Channel 3 is NECN News at 8 p.m. And then at 8 p.m. on CBS is One World Together at Home until 10 p.m. On ABC, also One World Together at Home until 10 p.m. On Fox, 911. On 7 News, on WHDH, Family Feud at 8 p.m. and Family Feud at 8:30 p.m. On NBC, One World Together at Home at 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. And that is a look at what's on TV this evening. If you want to see the rest of the list of TV listings, we will share the link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page after this broadcast. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into entertainment news. And in entertainment news tonight, Queen Elizabeth cancels birthday gun salute for first time in 68 years. Let's take a listen to that video.
It seems Queen Elizabeth's birthday isn't going to have the same fanfare as usual this year. The monarch has requested that her traditional birthday gun salute be called off for the first time in 68 years, according to multiple reports. A Buckingham Palace official told Harper's Bazaar UK that the Queen thought it would not be appropriate given the current coronavirus pandemic that has swept the globe. The gun salute was scheduled for Tuesday and would have gone down at Hyde Park and the Tower of London. Her June Trooping of the Colour parade was previously cancelled as well. The palace told the BBC that the Queen's birthday this Tuesday won't be marked in a special way, adding that video or phone calls with her family would be kept private. The news comes after Elizabeth issued a video message about the coronavirus situation in early April.
And though self-isolating may at times be hard, many people of all faiths and of none are discovering that it presents an opportunity to slow down, pause and reflect in prayer or meditation. It reminds me of the very first broadcast I made in 1940, helped by my sister. We as children spoke from here at Windsor to children who had been evacuated from their homes and sent away for their own safety. Today, once again, many will feel a painful sense of separation from their loved ones. But now as then, we know deep down that it is the right thing to do. While we have faced challenges before, this one is different. This time we join with all nations across the globe in a common endeavor, using the great advances of science and our instinctive compassion to heal. We will succeed, and that success will belong to every one of us. We should take comfort that while we may have more still to endure, better days will return. We will be with our friends again. We will be with our families again. We will meet again. But for now, I send my thanks and warmest good wishes to you all.
Okay, and there you go. And that does it for this Saturday evening edition of Good Evening New Hampshire. Thank you for watching this edition of Good Evening New Hampshire. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you back here next time for another edition of Good Evening New Hampshire. Good night and bye, everyone.